What's going on everyone? Jammers here, back with another Street Fighter V video. And this video here is a continuation video in the matchup breakdown series where I discuss some important points regarding all of Mika's matchups in Street Fighter V. This video should have been uploaded sooner, but I got sidetracked with the Grand Blue Fantasy beta and some commentary work, so apologies about that. Now we've gone over 11 matchups so far, all of which you can find on my YouTube channel. But for our 12th video, let us take a look at how our 7-colored bomber fares against America's #1, Ken Masters. So to start things off, we will be covering the first topic of these breakdown videos, and that is how Ken goes about punishing Dropkick. The first option you are seeing here is Ken's medium attacks, standing medium punch and crouching medium punch. Ken's medium punches are a pretty straightforward solution when it comes to dealing with Dropkick. Both have good hitboxes and don't really put Ken at a risk of getting crush counted. Once either medium punch connects, Ken can cancel them into the V skill, the run, and leave himself at +2 frame advantage, and from here, he can go for a throw or some sort of block string. The next answer you're seeing is crouching hard punch. Crouching hard punch is the go-to crush counter option Ken has, which when it connects, launches Mika really high up. The follow-ups on the crush counter crouching hard punch are pretty cool. Ken can cancel into his V skill and go for another crouching hard punch, then go into V skill again to air reset the opponent and create some sort of mix-up. This is fairly common. Now after the first V skill, instead of going for a second crouching hard punch, he can opt for more damage by doing a Shoryuken, which depending on Ken's resources, he can inflict a decent amount of damage. The final solution Ken has against the dropkick is none other than his uppercut, Shoryuken. Now uppercuts in general are pretty good against Mika's dropkick, because as I've stated in the past, the later you input the move, the better. And I believe Ken's medium Shoryuken is invincible to airborne attacks from frames 1 through 6. Bear in mind though, this option can be easily baited with the fake dropkick, which will result in Ken getting severely punished, but depending on his spacing, he could clip the fake dropkick and get a bit of damage. Ken is another character with pretty simple solutions to the dropkick, which sometimes that's all you need to deal with a move as potent as that. The second thing I will be covering will always be a follow through to the previous section, and that is how Ken goes about anti-airing Mika. The first option you are seeing here is Ken's normal attack anti-air crouching hard punch. Crouching hard punch is a fantastic normal anti-air in my personal opinion due to its great hitbox. Not to mention, Ken can cancel the crouching hard punch into his V skill, allowing him to have huge frame advantage and go for a delayed throw or pile on the pressure with buttons. Now unfortunately, the crouching hard punch does lose to dive bomb, so if Ken resorts to this option too often, then you can expect the body splash to beat it. The other anti-air option Ken can use is his special attack anti-air Shoryuken. When you think of anti-airs with a character like Ken, you immediately think Shoryuken. Now medium version is excellent when it comes to dealing with airborne attacks. Mika's jump-ins are no exception. What's also good about this option is that it deals with dive bomb, which is always good. The later Ken inputs the Shoryuken, the better the results will be. Worst case scenario is that you'll get a trade, which isn't bad by any means. Another thing Ken can do with his medium Shoryuken is the cross-cut version. Long story short, the uppercut is input really last minute against cross-up attacks to prevent Ken from being put in a bad spot and shifts the momentum in his favour. This cross-cut technique is really common in high-level Street Fighter V play. When it comes to anti-air options for Ken, he only really needs medium Shoryuken, as that's what rewards him the most personally. If you come across a Ken player who anti-airs consistently with regular Shoryuken as well as the cross-cut version, then watch out. Moving on to the third topic, which is something that is pretty standard at this point, but still good to discuss, and that is how Mika goes about punishing Ken's EX Shoryuken. EX Shoryuken is Ken's invincible reversal, not to mention it's one of the highest damaging reversals in Street Fighter V. At the cost of 1 bar, this basically beats anything and everything on startup, which can really deter a lot of players. But, if the move is properly baited, then Ken can be severely punished. Now the first way Mika can go about punishing this move is via the crush counter round. After the reversal is blocked, as Ken is landing, Mika should charge the dropkick and it will connect as soon as Ken is grounded. And from here, Mika dashes up and follows up with her B&B standing medium punch into standing hard punch into heavy shooting peach. This gets her good screen carry and V meter. Now if Mika wants to net more damage from a crush counter dropkick, then after the dropkick, she should walk slightly forward and then input forward hard punch, then cancel into heavy shooting peach, and then input EX shooting peach. This is Mika's optimal route from a crush counter dropkick, which requires 1 bar. The next way Mika can punish EX Shoryuken is by going for a neutral jump, then doing jumping hard punch. And from here, you can do forward hard punch into heavy shooting peach, then go into the EX shooting peach combo. And this is the punish I am most comfortable with personally, as it inflicts just under 400 damage, plus there's no scaling from the crush counter. The final way you should consider when it comes to punishing Ken's reversal is by including V-trigger in Mika's combos. To be completely optimal with V-trigger 1, Mika has to delayed call Nadeshiko as Ken is landing and combo until she arrives. By doing this, you should be able to net yourself over 400 damage against Ken. This includes some EX meter. Now in regards to using V-trigger 2, you can choose to do the delayed call like V-trigger 1, set up a reset, or start a combo off with it. Things can be a bit awkward when it comes to starting the combo off with V-trigger 2, because Mika's positioning can be a bit weird. But nevertheless, you should be able to net yourself around 400 damage, and with critical art, you'll obviously get more. One more thing to note, if Ken has V-trigger 1 stocked and tries to cancel into it from EX Shoryuken, he's left at -7 on block. And from here, Mika should be ready with the punish with standing medium punch and go into her B&Bs, whether it's B mid-screen or in the corner. Ken won't be in a cannon hit state, but still be ready with the punish. To reiterate, punishing EX reversals are pretty standard at this point, but let it be known this is one of the ways to land an abundance of damage against Ken. The fourth point being mentioned is something that can prove to be quite annoying for Mika, and that is how Ken's VReversal affects Mika's game plan. Now for those of you that don't know, Ken has one of the faster VReversals in Street Fighter V, a 12 frame start to be precise. This means he can use it to eliminate guessing situations or break out of pressure where other characters cannot. Now when it connects, Ken is left at +2 frame advantage, a pretty standard situation in Street Fighter V. And from here, he can go for a throw, which he has to micro walk to do, or he might try to stop you from walking out of his throw range by doing a crouching medium kick and probably cancelling it into EX Shoryuken. It's a small mix up, but it keeps you on your toes. The situations you will most likely see Ken use his VReversal are ones where Mika gets a 50-50. So after a blocked dropkick, after a blocked Lady Mika, those are the basic situations. Heck, you'll even see Ken use it to avoid Nadeshiko from the crouching hard punch into V-trigger 1 activation, or even against certain meaty setups. Head into training mode and find out where Ken will most likely use his VReversal and see if you can block it to leave him at a disadvantage or even punish it with a throw. Ken's VReversal is very good against Mika, especially against her forward hard punch, so you can expect to see it in the matchup quite often. The fifth and final point I want to mention for this video will be going over something which I consider quite important, and that is how Mika punishes Ken's overheads. Now for a lot of characters in Street Fighter V, they have one overhead attack, but for Mr. Masters, he has two. The first overhead you are seeing here is Ken's back medium kick in a Zuma kick. Back medium kick is a pretty straightforward overhead, has great range, and you'll most likely see this being used to get the stun or close out rounds. Now if Mika blocks the back medium kick, then it leaves Ken at -6, which means Mika has various ways to punish the overhead. First thing to note is that after blocking the overhead, when Mika starts her punish with standing medium punch, standing hard punch will not connect afterwards as Ken is too far away, meaning your punish won't be as damaging. So what Mika has to do instead is cancel the standing medium punch straight into shooting peach, whether it be the heavy version or the EX version. That way you get some damage and some screen carry. If the overhead is blocked in the corner, then Mika cannot go for a back medium punch after the standing medium punch. Again, Ken's too far away. So what Mika has to do instead is punish him with a Rainbow Typhoon, and what this does is get her the side switch and a meaty forward hard punch setup. This is actually a more damaging punish than her mid-screen one. Now the other overhead you have to worry about is Ken's forward hard kick, Thunder Kick. Thunder Kick is quite similar to Dropkick in regards to how it works, has a proper version and a fake version. Now with the proper version, Ken can combo from it, but only on crouching opponents, which he gets pretty decent mileage from when he's in the corner. In regards to punishing the Thunder Kick, it's pretty much the same as punishing the back medium kick overhead. Mid-screen you can only do standing medium punch and cancel straight into heavy or EX shooting peach, and in the corner your optimal punish is with a Rainbow Typhoon. You want to try your best to block the Thunder Kick overhead because you don't want to take that combo in the corner. Punishing these overheads is crucial because it can be a real game changer for Mika, both in terms of positioning and momentum. So head into training mode and start practicing. And that's pretty much it for the video, people. Hopefully by watching this, you now understand the Mika-Ken matchup a little better than you did before. Personally, I think this matchup is pretty even, and just like my previous video, both characters want to be up close to utilize their best options. They both have really good anti-airs, and their combos provide really good screen carry. Whoever gains the momentum first may end up winning the round. However, they both have really good comeback V-triggers, so if either character slips up, then they're in for a real treat. Practice punishing Ken's overheads and his EX Shoryuken because you definitely want to take those opportunities. Also, I would advise practicing with both V-triggers because this matchup is one of the few matchups Mika can actually pick either V-trigger in my personal opinion. Let me know how you felt about the video in the comments below. Was the information helpful? Did I miss out something that you felt I should have put in the video? All feedback is greatly appreciated. If you enjoyed the video and have not subscribed to the channel, then why not subscribe? If not, thanks for watching anyway. I'll also leave my other social media outlets in the description below if you want to follow me on those as well. I've made a playlist for these matchup breakdown videos now, so the link to that will be in the description below as well. This has been your boy HD Jammers, and I'll see you guys on the next video. So until then, take care and enjoy the rest of your day.